Hi friends, now I can explain about that. Latitudes and longitudes, these are the very useful to find out this climate system and forest of the physical features and also transport system and also climate, temperature and rainfall about that. These are very important to find out the physical features. Now about the latitudes and longitudes, these are latitudes and longitudes. They are drawn on the earth surface but not a earth surface, first drawn on the globe but not on the earth surface. These are lines they generally we are not seeing on earth surface. That's why these are lines, they are called as a imaginary line, imagination lines. Like this imagination line, they are drawn on the first time on the globe by the Hipparchus. So now about the explain about the individually latitudes and longitudes. Now about the latitudes, right? Now about that. Generally you can see this is, you can imagine this is a globe. So generally on the globe, like this lines drawn on the surface, like this lines, they are called as a latitudes. So these are the latitudes, they are drawn on the earth surface, horizontal lines. Like this vertical lines drawn on the earth surface, these are called as a longitudes. So always that latitudes, they are drawn on the earth surface horizontally, vertically they are longitudes. So now imagination, they all are the imagination lines, they are drawn on the globe only, that's why imagination line. So now about this latitudes, on earth surface, this is a exactly our earth surface. Earth is look like a spherical shape. So on spherical shape, north extreme point which is called as a north pole. Now this is a south pole. Now you can see north extreme point which is called as a north pole, south extreme point which is called as a south pole. Means this both are the constant points. They have the no circumference as no size. Means they are the constant point. North extreme north pole, south extreme south pole. These and each and every latitude in the shape of the circle. Every latitudes, they have the shape like a circle shape. They are the latitudes, they are drawn on the earth surface. Around the earth surface, they are look like a circle shape. So now this is one of the latitude which is called as a 0 degree latitude and also which is called as a equator and also which is these are called which is called as a equator. By equator or 0 degree latitudes, earth surface divided into two equal parts. Northern part of the equator, upper part of the equator, which is called as a north hemisphere. Southern part of the equator, which is called as a south hemisphere, like this. So they are the two equal body, north hemisphere and south hemisphere. They both are the divided by the 0 degree latitudes, north pole and south pole. So now on earth surface, this is exactly middle of this latitude which is called as a equator. So each and every latitudes in the shape of the circle, means half of the latitude which is on the back side, but we are seeing only front side of this half of the earth surface we are seeing, because of the this portion is receiving the is a sunrises, that's why it is under the on the daytime, and back side of the half of the land body which is not receiving the sunrises, means that is under the not visible, means that is under the night time. That's why this half of the back side of the latitude we are not visible, we are not seeing. That's why this half of the latitude we are seeing this equator. Now so on earth surface, which is the biggest circle, means equator. is a great circle, which is called as a great circle also, which is called as. So north hemisphere is divided into 90 latitudes. South hemisphere also divided into 90 latitudes. Now see, this north hemisphere divided into 90 latitude, south hemisphere also divided into 90 latitudes. So now you can see this is equator. Gradually to go towards the poleward from equator, gradually that latitudes, number of latitudes are increased. So, and also to go to the North Pole and South Pole, that latitudes, number of latitudes are increased, that size of the latitudes, they are the decrease. Means each and every latitudes as a not equal, the length of the latitudes as not equal. So, because of gradually to go to the poleward, that is a like this, North Hemisphere, they are divided into 90 latitudes, like this. And the south hemisphere also divided into 90 latitudes, like this. So these are the 90 latitudes, these are the 90 latitudes. What about the total number of latitude on earth's surface means is a north hemisphere plus south hemisphere plus equator is a 90 plus 90 plus 1 is equal 181. This is about that earth surface latitude. Now you can see this is now about that latitudes. Now you can see diagram is a map, is a like a globe, you can imagine. So this is a north pole, this is a south pole. This both are the constant point, exactly middle of the poleward, exactly middle of the earth surface. There are the one of the biggest latitude is there, that is the equator. So which is a passes from the exactly middle of the earth surface around the earth surface. So this half of the portion by the equator, this earth surface divided north hemisphere and south hemisphere. So this upper part of the north hemisphere gradually is a upper part of the north hemisphere divided into 90 latitudes, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 20, 30, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So now you can, these are the 90 latitude you can not draw on the earth surface. That's why they are the sum of the latitude is given that. So now you can see this is a 0 degree latitude is called as a equator or also called 0 degree latitudes. So now this is a 23 and of latitudes which is called as a equator. So lower part, this southern part of the equator, here also one of the latitude is there. This is also one of the important latitude. This is the 23 and of the south latitude which is called as a trough of Capricorn. So this is the 0, 30, 60, 90. So 0, 30, 30 plus 30, 60, 60 plus 30, 90. There are the on north hemisphere 90 latitude and south hemisphere also as well as 90 latitude. Total 90 plus 90, this 180 plus equator also here is they are the counting, that's why 181 latitudes. So an earth surface important latitudes, important latitudes, there are the, now you can see important latitudes. This is the North Pole, this is the South Pole, right? This is the one of the important latitude, which is called as a 0 degree latitude, and also one more important latitudes, this is called as a 23 and of north latitude, and also as well as and 0 to 23 in south hemisphere. This is also one of the important latitudes. This is the south latitude. One more latitude to go towards the North Pole and South Pole is a 23 up to 23 to 66, right? Now you can see this is a 66 and of north latitude. Now you can see This is a 66 end of north latitude. This is called as a trough cup Arctic circle. Though, so one more is this is the 66 end of south latitude. This is called as a trough cup Capricorn. This is a Antarctica circle. Now you can see this is called as a equator. Equator. This is called as a Tropic of Cancer. Cancer. This is a Tropic of Capricorn. Capricorn. This is a Arctic circle. This is a trough cup. This is a Antarctica circle. This is a 66 to up to North Pole. This is called as a which measured with the 90-degree latitude. 66 and 2 up to this is a South Pole which measured with the 90-degree latitude. Now you can see these are the very important latitude on Earth's surface. Equator is one of the major circle. This is a equator. So 23 and of north latitude which is called trough cup Cancer. In southern hemisphere 23 and of south latitude which is called as a trough cup Capricorn. So at 23 to 66 and of north latitude which is called as a Arctic circle. So 23 to 66 and of south latitude which is called as a trough cup Capricorn. Trough cap Capricorn 23 to 66 and of this is a Antarctica circle. 66 and of south latitude to this is a 90 latitude, this is which is called as a South Pole. This is called as a North Pole. These are 7 very important latitude on Earth's surface. By this latitude, we are measured the climate system, temperature, and also forest area, and also rainfall system. Everything here, by these are the latitudes are there very important. To find the distance in between any two countries, any two continents, they are very important of this latitudes. These are very important latitude on Earth's surface. So now we are receiving these are now you can see the sun rises on the eastern side of the Earth's surface. These are the sun rays fall on Earth's surface vertically in between the Cancer, Capricorn, in between this region receiving the vertical rays from the sun. Means like this. Between this Capricorn, Cancer, in between this area is receiving the vertical rays from the sun. Means to compare to the upper part of the Cancer and also Capricorn. Upper part of the Cancer and Capricorn is receiving the slantly rays like this. Slantly rays. So slantly rays like this. Now you can observe here between this area is very near to the sun to compare to the other upper part and lower part. Because of this sum of the area, it will be sum of the year is very near. This year swelling is there. This year is look like a sum of the area. It will be very near to the sun. So upper part of the is Cancer, Capricorn. Here is the sum of the sink. Here is going towards the polewards. Gradually, they are the Cancer, Capricorn. This area is gradually decreasing to go to the poleward. That's why this area is near to the sun. So that's why between this area is very near to the sun and also vertical rays also is coming towards the earth's surface. That's why this center of this region which is receiving the heavy temperature because of to compare to the northern part and lower part, this area receiving the more temperature, recorded more temperature because of the near and also is distance and also is a vertical rays also on that region. That's why this name of this region which is called as a tropical climatical region. Now you can see Tropical climate means hottest region. Why? Because of the hottest means is very near to the sun. That's why is a hottest climate. So upper part of the is a tropical climate is a this region means 23 to 66 and off in between this region is a some of the far from the sun. That's why this area can receive the low temperature to compare to this place. That's why this region which is called as a temperated climatical zone. Temperate climatical zone. This is also temperate climatical zone. Now you can see, and more upper part of the 66 to 90 degree, 66 to 90 degree. This region can receiving the sun rays, this is a very far, receiving very far from the sun. That's why this region can receive the temperature, it will be in minus degree temperatures. Means in 66 to 90, 66 and up to 90. This both are the region here recorded the very least temperature, that is in minus degree temperature, that is a nearly more than 45 minus 45, more than minus 45 degree temperature here recorded on this region. So this region receiving the in minus temperature, that's why this every day this region is getting the snow rainfall. So that's why this region which is called as a cold polar climatical zone. Cold polar climatical zone. This is also cold climatical zone. Now you can see on Earth's surface there are the three climatical zone. One is the tropical climatical zone. Is a tropical climatical zone means hottest climatical zone. Is a second is the temperated climatical zone. Is a medium temperature but not a high, not a slow, is a low. So third one is the cold polar climatical zone. These are the three climatical zones. They are the very important to find out the climate system and forest area, minerals, and also like this is a different type of the physical geographically. These are the very important. Now about the longitudes. These are the longitudes. These are also imaginary lines. They are the drawn on the Earth's surface vertically, right, like this. So this is the North Pole, this is the South Pole. From North Pole and South Pole, one of the important axis which is passes from the exactly middle of the India. This passes exactly interior is passes from interior of the Earth's surface. So is passes from the center of the Earth also. So this is called as a 0 degree longitudes and also Greenwich line. Greenwich line. Greenwich line. Right. By Greenwich line or 0 degree longitude, Earth's surface divided into two equal parts is a western hemisphere, eastern hemisphere. Right. Now see, each and every longitude in the shape of the semicircle. So like this latitude, whatever the shape of the latitude means circle shape. Each and every longitude in the shape of the semicircle. Each and every longitude, they are starting point from the at North Pole to ending point is the at the South Pole. Means from polewards they are starting ending they are the at the polewards. So western hemisphere and eastern hemisphere, right. On this Greenwich line, we are finding the international standard time. International standard time. This is also we are calculating on the Earth's surface. Now you can see an Earth's surface, this is the half of the Earth's surface. We are seeing here like this. we are seeing the half of the earth surface is under the daytime because of is receiving the vertical rays from the sun. That back side of the half of the area is not receiving the sun rays. That's why that is on the under the night time. So now you can see that from equator to go to the eastern side is gradually that number of latitudes are increased. That on eastern side hemisphere there are the some of the longitudes, each and every longitude which is starting from the north pole ending at the south pole like this. Right, like this. These are the longitudes, they are drawn on the earth surface on eastern hemisphere like this. Right now look like a right like this. These are the longitudes. Each and every longitudes they are starting at the north pole ending at the south pole, right, like this. And from 0 to up to and eastern extreme longitude which is called as a 90-degree longitude. And also western hemisphere also divided into 90 longitudes. This is a Greenwich line or 0-degree longitude. This from year to year western extreme longitude which is called as a 90-degree longitude. Eastern extreme longitude which is called as a is 90-degree longitudes. Now you can see year to year. Is from year to year 90 longitudes, from year to year 90 longitudes. So this is the half of the portion is the remaining half of the earth surface which is on the back side. So on back side of the half of the earth surface as a is a longitudes also drawn on the longitudes. Now you can see 90 plus 90 180 and back side also 180 longitudes they have there. So now you can see this is a 180. Now see from year to year 90 and back side also 90 also is there. From year to year 90 back side also 90 is there. So that back side 90 longitude we have taken to the eastern side and also like this. These are the 90. So this eastern extreme longitude which is called 90, this is a 91, 92 like this 100, 110, 120, 130, 150, 160, 170, 180 like this 180 longitude. So this is the equator. Now western part of the 180 eastern side. So this side also the back side 90 is there. They are also you have to take the on western side like this. So now 180. Right. Now see on western side 180, on eastern side 180. There are the on earth surface western hemisphere 180, eastern hemisphere 180. This total 180 plus 180. There are the 360 longitude on earth surface like this. Now you can see here, you can observe the here. This is the 0-degree longitudes, which is called as a Greenwich line also which is called. So this by 0-degree longitude, by 0-degree longitude, this western part of the area which is called as a western hemisphere, eastern part of this area eastern hemisphere. Western hemisphere like this is a divided into 180 plus now you can see from year to year 90 and back side also is there, that back side like this. This back side portion is shown here only like this 180, 180, 105, 120, 135 like this. That back side also is there. Totally this is a 180 longitude. So this including 0 Greenwich line, this 180 plus this side 180, the total number of longitudes they have the 360 longitudes. Now I can explain here now about that. Right, now see just like that, this is the north pole, is a south pole. Now you can see here this Greenwich line like this This is a 0 degree longitude, is a gradually from year to year, means is a backside also is there, is a from year to year they are the 180, from year to the 180 like this. So that backside this is called as a 180 degree longitude. So generally which is called as a international dateline. So there are the two important longitude on earth's surface. One of the is a 0 degree longitudes, 0 degree longitudes which is called as a Greenwich line, and also one more important longitudes is exactly on the back side. So now see, this is the Greenwich line exactly on the back side of this line, that is exactly on the back side. This is called as a 0 degree longitudes, and another name of the 0 degree longitude, international dateline. At that time, at that Greenwich or at that 180 longitude, the date of the, generally the date and day, it will be changes, and that western side you can go to the western side, day it will be increase, and eastern side they are the this day it will be decrease. That's why this is called as a international date line. These are longitudes and longitudes, they are generally imagination line. They are intersecting, is a at one of the place on the at the surface. At that intersecting they are called as a grid. Like this, they are the longitudes, they are intersecting like this, they are called as a grid. Right, grid means is a one of the places, one of the country, any one of the region like this. So if you want to find out that about that place, is they are the very helpful to the human body, helpful for that for us. They are the to find out that place of the importance of that place is very important to about that latitudes and longitude. These are the is a some of the main concept. This is the in TED and also DSC and Gurukula teachers also about that this latitudes and longitude is a about that this latitudes and longitude. Some of the part it will be in 6th class, some of the part it will be in 8th class also. Is that is a maximum latitudes and longitude in the two classes they have they taken the, so major part it will be is covered in this concept. Now latitudes, they are the main conclusion it will be, these are the very important concept is a longitudes and longitude. By this imagination line we are find out the is a some important places and also climate system like a rainfall and temperature and forest area, and like this so many other physical features we are find out by the latitude and longitudes. So by this latitudes and longitudes major uses, they are the temperature and rainfall, and also daytime and nighttime also we are observe is a day and night times also we are the find it. So another important, the distance we are also calculating by the latitudes and longitudes. Now generally these are the vertical races, they are called as a longitudes, horizontal lines they are called as a latitudes. So horizontal line, they are the total number of the horizontal lines means latitudes on the earth's surface. North hemisphere 90 latitude and south hemisphere 90 latitudes. That 90 north hemisphere and south hemisphere 90, 180 plus, and also one of the biggest latitude, that is the equator. Means total number of latitudes, they are 180 plus 1 equator means 180 plus 1 equator is equal to 180 latitudes. So which is the one of the biggest circle means is a equator, one of the biggest latitude means equator. So and longitudes, each and every longitude they are starting from the north pole ending at the south pole. So they are the total on eastern hemisphere 180 longitudes and western hemisphere 180 longitude, they are the total number of longitude 360 longitude. These are also very important to find out the is standard time of the any countries, and also standard time of the international standard time also they are calculating on that longitudes. Indian standard time also they are calculating on the basis of the longitudes. So how to calculate the, how to find out the Indian standard time, next class I can go to the how to find out the Indian Standard Time according to the latitudes and longitudes. So this is about the latitude and longitude. Is a TET and DSC and Gurukula teachers also is very useful